Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time and depending on when you're going to be seeing this video. It's about your boy Courserepshow corner. Like I always tell you guys, it's my corner, it's your corner, and it's our corner.
I don't wanna fall in love, I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love.
Do you know that Nigeria, my country, is a joke? Do you know? Do you know that we make mistake by giving positions, political positions, to people who are not worth it? Do you know? Do you also know that it is an error for you to be a judge over your own case? Do you also know? This is what has happened in the case of our sister and Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. The problem we are having in that country is not because some persons are just there. It's because some persons who are there do not want to accept the fact that yes, they are there to serve. Look at what happened. This issue of Natasha and the Senate President has been on for long. And ever since the sitting that started a few days ago, it has been the Senate President that have been presiding. So today, I'm doing this video today on the 6th of March. I don't know when I'll be sharing this video, but I'm doing this video on the 6th of March. Today, that is supposed to be the final hearing. After the committee had sat on the issue, I will still share all those videos so that you see it. The Senate President, who is supposed to hand over to his deputy to presided over his own case. It's an error. You don't do that. You do not do that. You do not preside over your own case. Where are we coming from? Why are we like this? Who is giving us that hope that yes, what we are doing is true, is right? The person who is the accused, who was accused by somebody, is the one that is giving the judgment, is the one that is giving the mic to give the final say. Which person will side another person and decide decline himself? They always tell us when we are growing, soup means sweet, na molecular, and nobody will tell you that the mother's soup is not sweet. Nobody will tell, even if the mother is a bad cook, he cannot come and admit to you in public that the mother does not know how to cook. It's not, ask anybody. Now it has been finally settled that our sister Senator Natasha Uduaghan, who came out to speak out for sexual harassment, have been suspended for 6 months from the Senate. Do you know the implication? Let me tell you. The implication of this whole brouhaha is that people who are sexually harassed will not come out to talk. Because when they talk, society will be against them. Stigma will follow them. Talk will follow them. Interviews will follow them. It's an error. Anyway, I will not talk much. I will give us a preamble of how it started, how the first motion was submitted, and the Senate President giving his reply, and how it was rejected. How the second motion was resubmitted because they said because she signed it, she cannot submit what she signed. Somebody from her constituent need to sign it, and the person signed and they submitted. I'm going to share also the video from the committee and their findings, and I'm also going to share to us also when the Senate sat and decided to suspend her. The person who was presiding over this whole thing is the same person who is accused of sexually harassing somebody. Jesus, this is barbaric. This is really barbaric. Anyway, guys, let me not be emotional, let me not be sad, let me just share it with us, okay? I will say I want to thank you all for always watching my content. I want to appreciate you for your love and the care. For those of us who have not subscribed to the channel, please I beg you, subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and share so that we can move this minute to the permanent site, okay? So come away next time till you see me on your screen, guys. I leave us with this video of the history or the proceedings that led to the suspension of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan for 6 months from the Nigerian Senate, and the conditions that will prompt her returning back to the Nigerian Senate. Please, after watching this video, give me your comment, reaction, opinion in the comment section.
The distinguished colleagues, I'm Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, and I stand to raised a petition under Order 40. A petition may only be presented to the Senate by a senator who shall affix his or her name at the beginning thereof. The petition is in my name against the President of the Nigerian Senate, His Excellency Senator Godswill Akpabio, for sexual harassment, abuse of office, and malicious obstruction of my legislative functions. You may recall, sir, that on Friday in Arise TV, I did make some statements. And I have decided to narrow these statements in a formal petition against the President of this Senate. So if it may please you, I would humbly step forward and lay this petition.
You may proceed.
This is in court now.
Distinguished colleagues, this petition is hereby referred to the Committee on Code of Conduct, Ethics and Public Petitions to revert to the Senate as soon as practicable.
Petition.
Any other petition? Yes. However, I would like to state clearly that at no time did I ever attempt any sexual harassment on the said distinguished Senator Akpoju Uduaghan or any other woman for that matter. I and my siblings were raised very well by my late single mother. She died in year 2000 through very difficult times, and I therefore have the highest regards for women. Even at demise, I still cry to you today. I also wish to state that I also have 4 beautiful daughters. So at no time will I ever harass any woman, and I've never done so. In addition, even as a state governor, I was awarded various awards. One of them was the one you wish to know, the most gender-friendly governor in Nigeria. I served between 2007 and 2015. To God be the glory. In conclusion, I urge all Nigerians, particularly the media, and then, of course, the members of the social media, to await the court's decision. And please do not jump to conclusions on matters of mere allegations. I want to thank you for listening to me, and thank my colleagues, because some of the phone calls were calls of support, solidarity, and prayers that the Almighty God will step in to vindicate the just. So now let us get on with the business of the day. Thank you.
President, I have before me a petition by a Nigerian citizen and a constituent of Kogi Central under the name Suberu Azamari Yakubu. And the petition is against the President of the Nigerian Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, for sexual harassment, abuses of office, and malicious obstruction of legislative functions of distinguished Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. So with your kind permission, may I please lay this petition? Because as you know, yesterday...
Is there any legal impediment?
On the subject matter, none, sir. None, sir.
Please proceed to lay the petition. Since you said there is no legal impediment.
There is none, sir. Thank you.
Don't worry, somebody...
Order, Chief. Thank you.
Don't give this person any PR. Don't.
Distinguished colleagues, Senator Natasha Akpotiuduaghan has a petition from our constituents, and she has also further confirmed before all senators that the matter in issue is not in any court of law. I have no reason not to take her word for it. So accordingly, the petition is referred to the Committee on Ethics, Code of Conduct, and Public Petitions to revert to the Senate in 4 weeks.
Comments as follows. 1. That the Senate do suspend Senator Natasha Akpotiuduaghan for 6 months for her total violation of the Senate Standing Rules 2023 as amended for bringing the presiding officer and the entire Senate in general to public opprobrium. 2. That for the Senate to consider lifting the suspension or to reduce the tenure of suspension, Senator Natasha Akpotiuduaghan shall submit a written apology to the Senate before the reconsideration by the Senate. 3. That the Senate do suspend Senator Natasha Akpotiuduaghan with effect from 6 March 2025 from all legislative activities forthwith. 4. That her office be locked up for the duration of her suspension and hand over all Senate properties in her possession to the clerk of the National Assembly. 5. That for the duration of her suspension, she cannot come or be seen within the vicinity of the National Assembly, including her staff. 6. That her salaries and allowances, including those of her legislative aides, be suspended and withdraw of all security details for the duration of her suspension. And 7. That for the period of her suspension, she be barred from representing herself to the public, locally and internationally, as a Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. In conclusion, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, my most distinguished and respected colleagues, on behalf of the Senate Committee on Ethics, Code of Conduct, and Public Petitions, we appreciate the Senate President and our distinguished colleagues for the opportunity granted us to serve Nigerians through the Committee of Ethics, Code of Conduct, and Public Petitions, respectfully submitted for consideration and approval. Thank you, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues.
Prayer 1. Yes. That the Senate do suspend Senator Natasha Akpotiuduaghan for 6 months for a total violation of the Senate Standing Rules 2023 as amended for bringing the presiding officer and the entire Nigerian Senate in general to public opprobrium. Those in support of prayer 1 say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. I'd put the question. Those in support of prayer 1 say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. How do you amend a prayer that is unanimous? Prayer 2, that for the Senate to consider lifting the suspension or reducing the tenure of the suspension, Senator Natasha Akpotiuduaghan shall submit a written apology to the Senate before any reconsideration by the Nigerian Senate. Those in support of prayer 2 say aye.
This injustice will not be sustained. The pursuit for justice